The match whistle would blow and Bachira would make a pass to Isagi, who was Team Z's center forward. Kira, who was on the left wing, would move forward as well, but not too close to Isagi. Alright, if I'm gonna beat Ego like I said I would, I need to see what I'm working with in terms of how good everybody— What the— Kira's thoughts would be interrupted after witnessing something. Raichi swiping the ball from Isagi? Kira's eyes would widen a bit, but he wouldn't lose his composure. That idiot! Kira would think to himself. Raichi, what are you doing? Isagi would yell. Raichi would respond by saying, Didn't you hear the rules, dumbass? Highest goal scorer goes through even if we lose. I don't care about the team. I'm gonna survive on my own. Kira couldn't help but remember Ego saying the same thing. Kira's temper would rise as he decided that he was going to go intervene, but before he could, someone else stole the ball from Raichi. If that's how it is, then I'm guessing you won't have any hard feelings about this. It was Kunigami. Raichi and Kunigami would struggle with each other to get the ball, but while they weren't paying attention, a member of Team X would steal the ball away from them. But then, another player of Team X would steal the ball away from him. The cycle would continue until it was a free-for-all. Almost every member of both teams trying to steal the ball for themselves so they could score. The other team too? What the hell? It's like a mob out there. Is this what creating soccer from zero is supposed to look like? Should I be in there with them? Isagi would think to himself. Kira would think, those idiots are having a free-for-all out there. Is this the soccer that Ego thinks will revolutionize the world? His philosophy is dumb, but surely not this dumb. Something would click in Kira's mind. You can still go through if you are the team's highest scorer. That bastard added that clause for a reason. He knew this would happen. Damn it. But before Kira could finish the thought, something spectacular would occur. Move, sideshows. One of the players from Team X, by the name of Baro, would easily break through the rest. Isagi would be shocked as the monster of a man bull rushed right towards him. If you got any common sense, you'll move. Unless you want to die, Baro would say menacingly. Kira would observe the interaction closely. Isagi would stand his ground and try to defend against Baro, only for Baro to heel flick the ball over Isagi and go right by him. Isagi would shout for Kuon and Naruhaya to stop him, but he hit the two of them with nutmegs and breezed right by them. Kira would think his skills aren't bad, but his physicality is definitely something to behold, and with speed to match it as well. Those two never stood a chance. He's gonna score for sure, and score he did. Instead of celebrating like most people do when they score a goal, Baro would turn to Team Z and say, Listen up, peasants. When I am on the field, the ball only exists to serve me. When I'm on the field, I am king. Kira would scoff as he heard this and went back to his position, but the same could not be said for the rest of Team Z. Isagi would wonder if there was even a possible way to beat someone like Baro, and the rest of the team would argue over who's the one to blame for conceding the goal. Kuon would try to calm them down, saying, It's only one goal, guys! Keep your cool! Isagi would agree, saying, Yeah, we just need to stick to our positions and pass. Say what? Raichi would interject. Pass so you get all the goals, Mr. Center Forward? A loser like you shouldn't even be a striker, so everyone just pass to me! Kira would watch them before saying all of this pandemonium, all because of him. Number 10. The other players of Team Z would begin to disagree before a voice on the intercom warned them to continue the game or risk disqualification. Isagi would gain his resolve back, thinking, Calm down. It's just one goal. Just gotta make sure number 10 doesn't get the ball again. He would then say to Kira and Bachira, Listen! Let's at least pass between us! To which both of them would nod in agreement. Isagi passes to Bachira, but then the pass gets intercepted by none other than Igaguri! You can't be serious, Kira would think. Hold your position! Isagi would yell at him. You must be dense. The top scorer survives. No way I'm gonna pass, he would say. as he took off down the field towards Team X. "Get back here!" Isagi would yell, but Igaguri refused to listen. "I finally understand what this is all about. This is all about unlocking your own ability to score. So eat my dust, Isagi!" he would say again with a confident expression as he continued onward, only to get the ball easily stolen away from him. "Man, you really suck," one of the Team X players would say as he took the ball. The players of Team Z, having not learned their lesson, would leave their positions to get the ball, but something would begin to occur in Team X. They were beginning to coordinate around somebody. Around Baro. And just like that, a slick pass from Baro leads to another goal for Team X, which would lead to Team Z arguing once again. Isagi would begin to grasp certain things about the 0 to 1 concept Ego talked about. Their team is getting their act together and forming around Baro. His goal was the catalyst. If our melee approach is 0, then the soccer that was created from Baro's goal might be the one Ego keeps talking about. The game was in its last 20 minutes, and the situation of the last goal would repeat itself once again, but with Baro scoring this time, and once again the arguments would ensue. Kira would watch their arguing before thinking, "Those idiots, it's testosterone and ego just flaring left and right. Even if I were to try and break down how we can fight back to them, they probably just wouldn't listen. So maybe losing this match wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Experience is always the best teacher after all. At least then they'd realize exactly how high the stakes are. If this is a 5-team round robin, it would mean that if we lose this, then we can't lose again, and we need at least 2 wins to qualify. They'd be forced to act accordingly or get locked off." The match would start again, and Raichi would take the ball from Isagi again, but this time not as cleanly, which made the ball deflect to Kira's position. Kira takes a breath as he sees the players of his own team come at him to steal the ball. I'll just let them learn from. But then as he looked down at the ball, something would begin to happen in his vision. He would begin to see something, some sort of memory, an image from his younger days. Let them learn. Let them learn from their... Kira would advance with the ball at the last second, successfully evading his teammates. One goal wouldn't hurt, Kira would say, as he zoomed straight to Team X's half of the field, not making 2 of their players and zooming right by them. They're shit. Who would have thought? Kira would think, as he single-handedly tore through the defense. Team X got comfortable and let their guard down. Their defense is lax right now. Kira can score! Isagi would think to himself, and Kira was about to do just that, but then he would be confronted by Baro. Hey, who gave you permission to stand out more than me? Know your place! But Kira still moved forward, unfazed. How about you make me, your highness? Kira would snap back as he got closer to the goal. It's not gonna work. Not against number 10's physique, he's gonna lose the ball. Isagi would mutter, I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Bachira would reply to Isagi. Just then, Kira would make it to a suitable range for a shot, with Baro hot on his heels. You're done! Baro would exclaim as he used his physique as leverage to get the ball away from Kira, but to his shot, Kira wouldn't concede. You think that's gonna beat me? Oh, please, no! Kira snapped as he pushed back against Baro and blasted the ball into the net. Kira and Baro would have a stare down. Let's see what you're really made of, King, Kira would say before going back to his side of the field. Team Z would be nothing less than flabbergasted at Kira's goal before Koan yelled at the top of his voice. Yes! Kira just gave us a shot, Gagamaru would say. Let's not waste it. Kunigami would respond as the team got back into gear. Isagi would just stare at Kira and the results of his goal and think, the team is beginning to mend itself back together. Kira gave us hope just like Baro did for Team X. Kira just gave us our one! Kira would notice Isagi staring and say, what are you staring at, center forward? you're up next. Kira would turn to look at Bachira and say, Bachira, you ready? Bachira would grin and reply, ready. He would then turn to Isagi, and you? Yeah, I'm ready. Isagi would respond. Baro would glare at Kira on the other half of the field and say, you shouldn't have done that, cause now I'm gonna kill you. The kickoff would start again with a player from Team X passing to Baro. Baro would charge down through the left wing where Kira was. Alright, King, let's go then! Kira would try to steal the ball, but Baro would use the chance to nutmeg Kira and the ball would go through his legs. Looks like that goal was just a fluke. Kira would scoff and reply, you sure about that? Just as the ball went through his legs, he would use his back heel to hit the ball with such force that it would go to Isagi in the middle of the field. Some players from Team X would rush at him, so he would pass the ball to Bachira before the both of them ran right by them down the field. King, my foot. You got played for the crowd, fool! Kira would mock Baro, and Baro would scowl at Kira's remark, but he knew what was really important. Where did these guys get their momentum from? Doesn't matter. I'll just crush it! Baro would think as he ran after Isagi and Bachira. Bachira would get surrounded by defenders, but they just wouldn't be able to get the ball due to his fancy footwork. Isagi would get to an open space in front of the goal. Immediately Bachira saw him, he would send a beautiful lob pass to Isagi. That's what I'm talking about! Kira would think, but he would notice Baro closing in on Isagi, which prompts him to run up to provide backup, and it seems that the same idea would be had by Raichi and Kunigami. Yeah, now this is a team I can work with, Kira would think, as he would dash down the middle. Raichi would go right and Kunigami would go left. Kuon would watch in shock. Everything is falling into place. And it all started because of Kira's goal! Isagi would make it to the perfect spot in front of the goal, but Baro would get to him before Kira did. Where do you think you're going, trash? His words and presence would send chills down Isagi's spine. Damn it! Why is he here? Why now? It's number 10. I can't get by him. No, I need to get by him. I need to! But just then, an image flashed in Isagi's mind. He hadn't seen or heard Kunigami or Raichi, but somehow was aware of their exact positioning and the position that the goal was most likely to come from, the safest position for a goal. And without warning, he sent a no-look pass hurling towards Kunigami. What does that idiot think he's doing? This is the exact same thing that made him lose against me, Kira would think, as he saw the pass about to happen. As the pass went by Baro, Kira would intercept it mid-air, stopping it from reaching Kunigami. Since Kira was a lot closer than Kunigami, Baro would waste no time in going after him. While mid-air, Kira would think, I didn't say I helped you get to the top, just for you to still be making the same damn retarded mistakes. So he would yell the last part out loud. Yoichi, take the bloody shot! As he sent the ball careening right by Baro, back to Isagi. Kira's right. If I want to change, if I even want a chance to be the best, I can't be looking for the safest or most likely goal. No! The goal I need to look for is my goal! Isagi would think before one touch shooting the ball into the net. Team Z would scream in celebration, and Isagi and Kira would high-five each other. It's 3-2, and we got 2 minutes left. Think we can still sink one last goal and take a draw? Kira would ask Isagi. Isagi would look directly into Kira's eyes. Kira noticed the look in Isagi's eyes as well. Just like it looked back then? No. There's something more dangerous going on in them right now, Kira would think. Isagi would turn to Kunigami before saying, Yeah, we can. Follow my lead. As they all went back to their positions. Whoa, Kira would exclaim in surprise. The Yoichi that I'm looking at and the one that I entered this feud with feel like two totally different individuals. Let's see exactly what this version of Yoichi Isagi is capable of. Two players from Team X would start to kick off. They look to each other, then nod as they pass to one another. I'm not drawing with peasants. that would be no different than losing, Baro would say as he took the ball from his teammates. Isagi would look at Kunigami and signal for him to run ahead and leave his position. Kunigami would be surprised by the request, but something in Isagi's eyes told him that there wasn't time to argue or discuss, so he went. Baro would charge right at Isagi with a concentrated look. I didn't think I'd have to reveal my actual shooting range to these idiots, but it's a good thing I stayed within the 23-meter range when I shot before. Now they won't expect this! Baro would think as he let off a spine-chilling shot at the goal from 27 meters deep, but the ball would be blocked by someone Baro didn't account for. Kuon! A grin would line across Isagi's face. All the pieces are falling exactly as I thought it would, Isagi would think as he would think back to a bit of a conversation he had with Kuon when they were returning to their positions earlier. Baro is going to be looking to end this with his goal. Both of his previous goals were within 23 meters, but something tells me he's trying to pull a fast one on us. In this last bout, I want you to be ready to block the ball with your insane jumping height when he gets within the 32 to 26 meter range. That's where I believe his range really lies. How are you sure? Kuon would ask. I don't know. I just am, Isagi would answer. Kuon would be a little skeptical about this, but he would nod in agreement. Oh my god! He was right! Kuon would think mid-air before heading the ball towards Bachira. This is so cool! Bachira would think as he took off with the ball down to Team X's defenders. Baro would be closing in on him, but he would weave around Baro and pass to Kira, who was behind him. Kira would take the ball before zeroing in on Isagi, who had already gone ahead. The clock was down to the last 13 seconds of the match. It's do or die time, Kira would think, but Baro would dash with all the speed it could muster. But that was exactly what Kira was counting on. Baro wouldn't be able to stop properly, which led him to skid a bit, giving Kira the opening he needed to pass to Isagi. You look desperate, King. It's not a good look, Kira would mockingly say to Baro as the ball got to its target. Isagi was already waiting for the ball in what looked to be a shooting position, which made the defenders come together to try and block his shot. But it was no shot at all. It was another no-look pass to Kunigami. It was down to the last 7 seconds as Kunigami got the ball. No way, he can't score from there. It's over for them, right? One of the defenders from Team X would say, but the entirety of Team Z would yell, Kunigami! In a show of defiance. Kunigami would take the shot, sinking it straight into the back of the net from 28 meters deep. The final score would be 3-3. Team Z would roar as the final whistle blows, signaling the end of the match. Baro would be shocked at what had just occurred. A draw? How the hell did we draw? Damn it. It's those two. Because of those two, Baro would think as he looked towards Isagi and Kira. Good work, Kira. Didn't do too shabby yourself, Yoichi. As Team X was leaving, Baro approached them. What are your names? Yoichi Isagi. Stick to Kira. Even your names piss me off. I am Baro Shohei. Etch that name into your brains. It's the name of the person who's going to crush you personally. Kira and Isagi would look at each other, then look back at Baro and say in unison, Bring it on!